return, here comes Amir Abdullah.
Hello.
It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
Like and subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to. But hello.
He took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third
this is not like
play and create downfield.
But
give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a 4.
The team that I pick is a team that I normally don't play as, so that's why he's not that good.
Burrow gonna give this to Mixon. Shifts past him at the 45.
But
and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
If you want me to do a team that y'all want, just tell me in the comments.
Surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be.
And if it's a trash team, I might not play as it, but I might be nice and play as it. I might not play.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And this is going to turn into another.
But by the way,
I'm
going to just be turning my mic off because I don't want to talk anymore.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Mixon hit and the ball is out. And the Vikings pick up the football.
I'm taking it back.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Cousins now. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Cousins. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Wilson now on the return. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in.
The ball comes out, and this belongs to the Vikings.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll have it past midfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Cousins gives way to Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Cook. And this time he is in. Dalvin Cook. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now left side on the swing pass. And he loses the football the second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And out of bounds right around the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Joseph on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Big 13. Big 13.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To try again after the sack. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Open man is Uzama. 7 yards to pick up there. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put...
Now Burrow loses the football, and this belongs to the Vikings. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on.
And it's caught at 4 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how. And in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
It's sad because I'm cooking them. That's the only thing I wanted to say. I'm not doing instant replays because I'm trying to get a perfect video without doing anything and being like just doing too much and all that. So y'all can rerun it, see all that stuff like that.
Cincinnati offense ready to see
all
what
that
they can do here.
And
the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchdown. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go play action. Cousins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the red zone now, Cousins to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 4 yards out. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
I have to pause. No, if y'all see me pause a few times, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Because I need to do something real quick. Don't worry about that. Bye.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Right here. But I gotta go open the door for them. Just don't worry about that. I'm opening it. I'm opening it. I'll be right back. Be right back.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about... And oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And this belongs to the Vikings. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake.